This week on Now Here with Chris and Kell.
You have just wasted 3 hours of your life.
Last week we picked up the hook after a short stint in the Bay of LA, and then headed towards a little hurricane hidey hole called Don Juan.
Into Don Juan, and it's a little windy. It's going to be Don Juan for the next couple days while we ride out the northerlies. So, yeah, looking forward to seeing a new place.
We pretty much had the whole anchorage to ourselves, and it was a sandy bottom, so picking a parking spot was a snap.
We made it.
Yeah, so we're going to celebrate with a little cocktail.
Yep.
This is a Papa Double, a Hemingway daiquiri. We don't have the proper glassware, so I apologize. But it's a little grapefruit juice, lime juice, maraschino liqueur. This stuff.
Nice.
Good. It's really good.
Cheers.
Oh, that's Todd.
Also,
I got the stuff.
Chris caught a yellowtail on the way over, and he prepared us some spicy tuna rolls for dinner. Yum! We stayed aboard the first night, tired from our day of errands and transit coming from the Bay of LA, and the next day was super windy, so we didn't even make it off the boat. Which was what we expected, and the main reason we decided to hide out here in the first place, to ride out the northerly winds. After the second night, the wind subsided, and the following day, conditions had massively improved. Today we're gonna go on a hike.
Yeah, man, we were stuck on the boat all day yesterday.
It kind of sucked.
But it wasn't that bad. You know, like every once in a while, like a movie day is not so bad. We were watching TV and hanging out, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like when you get into a heavy wind, it's loud and you swing a lot. But what you don't do, as long as you don't have fetch, which is basically sea for waves to build in front of you, is you don't bounce at all. You don't hobble horse because the wind's blowing you so hard back that you're just kind of sitting there. As long as your anchor holds, it's actually not that uncomfortable. Don't you think?
Yeah, I just meant like it was my day off and
Oh,
I
yeah.
get to go explore. So that.
We're gonna do that today though, because
Yeah.
it's Sunday, and we're gonna go on this hike that we're told is pretty cool. So I'll get to wear my sweet, sweet hat.
The 3-hour tour.
Let's get in the dinghy and go.
Now, I'd like to apologize for the next few minutes, showcasing our epic hike around Don Juan. I was playing around with my settings on the new camera, and needless to say, there is very limited audio of our adventure. We're still getting the hang of beach landings, and each one is a little different, depending on the rockiness, wave action, and how confident we are in the moment. It's always important to have a game plan. The water was very shallow for a long distance in squishy sand, so we had to drag Paul up quite a bit, as we couldn't get all the way to shore. Once ashore, we met up with our buddy boat friends Ty and Lynn from Beluga. They had been here before and knew which path to take. After we all agreed on a game plan, the 4 of us ventured out. In addition to being the perfect hurricane hideout because of its shape, Puerto Don Juan is also known for its long, shallow, and sandy approach to shore. This became a huge benefit to sailors who needed to work on their boats, but didn't want to go through the hassle of hauling out in a yard. So that's why you'll find pieces of boats scattered about near the beach.
There's Kelly, and there is our destination. We've been walking for minutes straight without a break. Ooh, there's the canyon they were talking about. I can see it. Oh, that's lovely.
The hike wouldn't be very long, about an hour in and an hour to get back to the beach. But we would go over different types of terrain and experience all kinds of foliage in our own special way.
This is where Indiana Jones was. He went down there and they got chased by a boulder. It was tiny Indiana Jones. Because for scale, there's Kelly. His death. Oh, we do have to go down there?
Yes, we do.
Oh.
Cool.
How about that?
Really doing this? Yes.
Watch out for the giant boulder.
It really wasn't that difficult to traverse. The big concern Chris and I had were rattlesnakes. This seemed like the perfect habitat for them. Spoiler alert, no one was bitten by a snake that day, despite our best efforts.
I wonder what this color is from, Kelly. This color is like precisely what I thought that our cool boat shirts should look like. And yet they look like this. Safety orange.
Really attractive.
Yeah, that is a way cooler color.
Back when we were in the States, we'd ordered some custom boat shirts in this orange color. As you can see, this is not the color result we were expecting. Oh, the joys of online shopping. Anyway, let's move on.
Look at this. Look at this place, Kelly. It's fertile. There's green on them there hills. Or as opposed to this part back here, that's butt ugly.
Let me explain that statement. Chris grew up in a similar dry landscape with a lot of brown, so he's sort of over it. At this point, we had reached the end. We made it all the way across to the beach on the other side and felt this was a good opportunity for a cold drink. Once we took our obligatory selfies, we started making our way back to the boat. Chris took the path less traveled, which was cool, but highly unnecessary. For the most part, we went back the way we came, through the Indiana Jones ravine.
Heading back now. This is not your typical hike where there's a path. We're just kind of walking in the direction we want to go and hoping we make it. It's fine by me because I'm just back here following everybody. Isn't this lovely? Isn't it so attractive?
I'm not saying we got lost, but the route back was slightly different from the route in. But at some point, all roads lead to Rome, right?
You must walk through the dry riverbed, around the copper lake, through the rocks of debris. Find the tiny sandal and make your way to the white sand beach. Once there, look around and turn around and go back. You have just wasted 3 hours of your life.
Okay, while Chris is clearly not a hiking enthusiast, we all managed to have a great time. We officially made it back to our dinghy. Paul McCartney. With the sun finally out, we weren't quite ready to go home yet, so Chris tried his luck at fishing for a bit. Unfortunately, that didn't really pan out. But the beluga crew came through and gave us some delicious clams and a couple of fish. Fun fact, meal prep on a boat comes complete with a live studio audience. We made all kinds of friends that day, as Chris filleted our fish for lunch. We also had a few dolphins swing by and check us out during our stay.
Get in there!
We're headed towards Beluga. They're coming for you. What are you up to?
I am preparing for tomorrow. We're gonna leave this lovely little cove, so I'm making some passage food, which we don't normally do. We have a bunch of potatoes that need to be ate, and our onions are getting a little nasty, and all sorts of things. So I'm gonna make a potato, bacon, chicken soup, which doesn't sound particularly good to me, but it's good for passage, right? You just fill it up and eat it.
Heat it up.
Less mess. I also made this, which is Mama Lil's pepper hummus.
Nice.
If you've never had Mama Lil's peppers, try to track some down. They're a Portland thing, but they seem to be all over the place. Anyway, you just put some of those in there. It's delicious. So I made a ton of that. So we'll have that as a snack.
Nice.
And we'll do some potato soup because we're taking off tomorrow. We're heading down to Santa Rosalía, which is about a 24-hour sail.
Yep, another long one.
Anyway, I'm just going to cook this up and we'll have it on passage. What are you working on?
Nice. I'm just working on work.
Working on work.
At my computer. clickety clacking away.
There we go, man. One giant vat of chicken corn chowder. One day I'll learn how to make like appropriate sized portions. But I always figure, you know, if it's gonna be good enough for one meal, why not make 4 worth? Let's give this a shot. It's hot. I'm pretty good. I like it.
In addition to the chowder, Chris also prepared us another round of clams to share with Beluga on their boat that evening. That's a big bowl.
Those you look good.
We got bread and Jose Cuervo.
Well done.
And you just chuck them right over the side. Simple. Thank you. Yeah. No shortage of food here. We had a full-on feast tonight. I don't think I've ever been so excited over something as simple as fresh bread.
That looks so good. Yeah. Who wants the crust?
Kelly's a heel girl.
I like the heel. We enjoyed our dinner and drinks with our buddies well into the night. Probably a little too much, knowing we both had long passages to endure the next day.
Bye, guys. See you soon.
Now it's our turn. Okay, we're moving. We're moving today.
All ready to go.
Yep.
Jumping the gun a little bit.
Are we?
We're gonna leave at noon, but we decided to move it up, so it's like 10 after 11 right now. It's an overnighter. We haven't done one of those since we left Puerto Penasco.
No. I get on the bow for anchor duty.
You all set?
Yep.
Okay.
Here you go. SV Drifter is on the move to Santa Rosalía. Yep, this would be another long passage for us, roughly 125 nautical miles, and it should take us about 24 hours to get there. It may not look like far on a map, but boats are slow. We can only go about 5 miles an hour. Well, first things first, let's get out those fishing lines.
Decided since our last fiasco to only use fishing lines when we're moving forward.
That's a good call.
Thanks, Kelly.
Yep,
I think it'll work out better for us.
I think so too.
Since we're going past this point, I think it's a good fishing spot. I want to make sure that was out there.
Okay.
Catch a yellowtail. How is it out here? It seems quite pleasant to me.
Very pleasant. This is quite a Tuesday we're having.
Yes, yes. We're just kind of getting tucked in. Pretty damn calm out here for noon especially.
Yeah.
And should be there right around 11 o'clock in the morning. Slip number 5. That was the same place we were last time. How about that?
I like that.
Wasn't bad. It wasn't hard to get into, I didn't think.
Yeah, at least we know what we're getting into.
Exactly, literally. Well, this is pretty great. Like it's calm as hell. You know, there's really no wind to speak of other than what we're generating by being propelled forward. And it's comfortable and it's not ridiculously hot, but there's enough sun that I feel like you might need some sunscreen, which I probably should put on. Just bouncing along. It's almost 2, so we're about an hour and a half in. Seems like it's been longer though. I will say that.
And with that, it's now time to find things to do, like tune into an audiobook and give yourself a good shave. You might as well. It's super calm and you've got nothing but time.
This might be the first time I've ever been in a sea state like this where it just feels like, you know, like early morning all day long. It's going on evening. It's really never changed from this just kind of like gentle rolling. Quite pleasant to be in. A little boring, I guess. Maybe see a whale, catch a fish. All those things sound awesome. But hey, boring is good when you're on passage, I would say. Probably about 2 hours to sunset should be a good one. It amazes me because you can see about 4 hours into your future at all times when we're going about 5.5 knots with a little bit of current underneath us. Not in much of a hurry. We'll get there about 10 in the morning, I would guess. Pretty sweet setup. Great time to come in. Hopefully we'll have some dock handlers, but if not, we'll be ready. I'm sure of it. There's the last semblance of daylight. It's getting pretty dark. This is probably a better accurate assessment of the current light levels. Maybe over here. Looks pretty cool though. Anyway, putting the fishing stuff away. Don't want to leave that out at night. I don't know how you deal with bringing in a fish in the dark. But we're gonna heat up the chicken corn chowder we made and try to revive the last little bit of bread that I made the other day. It was pretty stale, so I don't know if it's going to survive, but a little buttered toast with our soup should be quite delicious. Kelly's not super hungry yet, so I'm going to take a slow approach to making dinner. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm pretty bored at this point. She's been working and I've been just listening to audiobooks and probably done about 40 laps around this boat by this point. Fine with the calm, but not much going on for 24 hours.
Down below, I was loving this calm sea state and being able to get my computer work done. Chris started making dinner as the sun set, and we both enjoyed a delicious, hearty bowl of chowder and toast. Chris had first watch, and in doing so, he turned on our radar for the evening. Every 3 hours, we would switch positions and take turns monitoring our course, and look out for anything unusual. Again, really uneventful passage, but that's always welcomed. Less anxiety, the better. We motored all through the night without a hitch. Soon enough, the sun started to rise, and we were welcomed into the new day with some really delightful color.
The sun has risen. Means we need to get the fishing gear out because we do not give up.
Chris got the lines out all right. We had about 4 hours till our arrival in Santa Rosalía. Unfortunately, I'm sad to report we did not catch a fish that day. But we are coming up on the town of Santa Rosalía, so it's time to wind her up so we can enter the harbor and secure ourselves to the slip. I swear, no matter how many times we do this, the anxiety over docking never seems to go away. Which is probably a good thing, because now we've screwed up enough and we've learned our lessons for the most part. Things got a little hairy for a second, because we weren't all on the same page. But no harm done, and we were honestly happy to have any help at all.
Alright, you're on. We're here. We made it.
Yep, back in Rosalía.
Yep.
We spent the next hour making sure we were all secure, checking in, emptying our garbage, and enjoying a long, hot shower.
Oh, this is gonna be great. So excited.
Stay tuned for this week's blooper reel, sponsored by our patrons, Kathy and Ron. Thanks, guys!
Put that away. Traverse the ancient ravine. A big... Come on, brain. And they crapped all over the solar panels. That's bird shit. Just diluted bird shit. We'll be ready. I'm sure of it.